Oh, great. We're finally here. We're at the Necrosaro fight, or Psaro the Manslayer, however you want to call it. We're finally here. It took quite a bit of grinding because you have to get your HP above a certain point. He can, in the beginning of the fight, Necrosaro here can crit into about 325 to 340 HP. That's where it's extremely dangerous and all that. Once you get past the first stage, you can get it gets a little easier, but then you have to get into MP conservation because this fight is long. It is hard to do. You have to make sure you can actually survive it all with some MP intact because Maya once again will be the strong arm of this fight. However, Meena does get to have her own couple stages where she actually needs to fight because, well, you'll see. There's a stage where he self-heals and you really need to get as much pressure in as possible. But in any case, here's my setup as usual. This is the best armor you can get from Meena at this time. Unless you want to give her the liquid metal shield, but I don't recommend that too much. Maya needs it a little bit more. She has less HP, and she also gets some extra bonuses. I think she gets both breath and magic resistance from it. But if you take that away, all she gets is a little bit of breath and a little bit of magic resistance. It's not as much because the flowing dress doesn't give as much defense, but it does give decent coverage for elements and whatnot. Meanwhile, Meena doesn't have very good breath defense. I think it's just the iron shield, but she has the spell insulate, so generally she's gonna be fine. Oops, sorry, hit the fast forward button. I will be fast forwarding some parts of this fight, most of the transformation scenes or parts where I am stuck doing nothing, but otherwise I'll be trying to keep it at regular speed. But yeah, these are their stats. Their agility is only maxed out because I put meteorite bracers on both of them. It's just easier to calculate when you're always going first. But yeah, the biggest thing is going to be keeping Maya's MP up, and Meena to a degree as well. As you can see, I got the two good to use Yggdrasil Dews. Zenithian Shield will be used. Staff of Salvation is going to also be used to help conserve some MP when she doesn't need to do a full heal. Zenithian Sword because this guy will be buffing himself as well as trying to use Bounce so that Maya can't do her thing. Yggdrasil Dew because we need it. And Prayer Rings because we need to get some MP back. The Magic Water is just in case Maya can't use her own Prayer Ring, so I could use the Magic Water and try to restore Maya a little bit. Meanwhile, Magma Staff's the best attacking weapon, even though it really doesn't matter. What she equips on her weapon doesn't really help her much. The Flowing Dress, again, we already went over this, though. This equipment's going to be good, but the best part about the Liquid Metal Shield is it also lets you cast Snub on yourself. Snub is sort of like Bounce, except instead of bouncing back to the enemy, it just stops all spell effects on the target. It does mean when Maya does use this, she can't be healed by her sister, but that's why she has the Sage's Stone. She's going to be healing every now and then, too. Happy Hat's the best defense head here she has. She also has 2 Yggdrasil leaves because she does not have a reviving method for Meena. Meena at least can use Zing. She has 2 Yggdrasil Dews and 2 Prayer Rings. Just to get her MP up. And also, the Dews are going to be especially good for when they go in between. When you beat one form, so it cuts off the rest of your actions. So, like, maybe Meena was trying to heal that one action. And she can't get to it in time. That's when you use the Yggdrasil Dews. Or in emergencies. So that's the setup we have. I have a little cheat sheet in front of me for each of the stages. I've only beaten this once, so I know it's possible. But you know what, just in case, I'm gonna do another save state. I know it's possible, but there is still a chance that I may screw up and we may have to redo this. This is currently the first take. I don't think I'll probably only be re-recording if there's more than 2 takes. So just so you know. Anyway, here we go. Grarg. How dare you disturb me, Psaro Manslayer, Vesterkind, blah blah blah. He did things. Okay. Roar at me, baby. Oh, no, he didn't even roar. He just kind of jostled his legs a little like, okay, I'm doing this. Alright. So, first move time. We don't have to work. He's just going to attack twice, but he hits hard. I'm going to have Meena just attack once, and then the rest of the time she's basically going to be healing. Meanwhile, Maya will almost exclusively be using Charisma. There is still a chance. This is the first stage. This is where we have the most possible errors going to happen here. Do a one mid heal to yourself, and then you're going to be basically stuck healing everybody. But this is where he can actually crit, and he can crit one turn and then attack you regularly on his second turn, and you basically won't be able to survive. Well, Maya won't be able to survive. Meena might survive. Luckily, he doesn't crit super often, but he still crits often enough. Alright, always prioritize healing Meena, because at least Meena can revive reliably. Well, Meena can have multiple chances to revive. Maya only has 2. Alright, yeah, you gotta heal Meena. I mean, Maya. Damn it. Okay. Yeah, keep focusing on her. You're gonna keep full healing. We just gotta get through this first stage. Get rid of his arm. Alright, prioritize Meena. Go with the whole full heal. You just got it. And... damn. I hate that. What I'm gonna actually do here is salvation her and make Maya use Sage Stone this time. I'm gonna say let her just heal herself. And basically risk Maya for the moment. Yep. 277 plus... yeah, that would have been bad. That would have been bad. That crit wasn't as bad, oddly enough. Oh good, he when he focuses on one, it makes the job a little easier. But we gotta get through about 1800-ish HP, I think. I forget the correct amount. There you go. Alright. We're at the first stage, past the first stage of this. Now this is where Meena's gonna be attacking, and she's gonna be sapping. Meena will only be healing when Maya starts getting overtaken. This is to conserve MP a little bit. He only is attacking once, so... if he spreads out his attacks, it's not too bad, but if... okay, he's focusing too much. Meena's got a full heal. We'll have Maya go ahead... actually, this is not a bad time. Maya, go ahead and use a prayer ring. She doesn't have to be attacking right now. Keep going. You can do one more. Good hit. His defense returned to normal. Okay. Go ahead and full heal her. You go back to... hang on. Instead, Salvation and Sage Stone first. Then we'll sap. Nope. You go ahead and Salvation her, and you go ahead sap. Okay, you can go back to doing that. You need to Sage Stone. Ooh, you can't do that. In that case, go ahead and use a prayer ring. Actually, I'd rather not prayer ring now. We can prayer ring later. There's a better time for it. Let's just get Meena up to full. There we go. We could probably risk it one more. Okay. Full heal, and now you can prayer ring safely. Good. When he spreads it out, it's a lot easier. Wow, 2 crits! Go Meena! I do wonder if using the stiletto earrings would have been better, but I think it's better to just let her have the best, strongest weapon she can have, because she doesn't have that great of strength anyway. Alright, this is where things get tricky. what we need to do is... Are we both in good health? We're mostly in good health. I'm gonna have her use the Zenithian sword, and you are going to use the liquid metal shield. Not the sword, whatever. That's why. Whack. He has instant death. We don't have protection against that. Alright, she's gonna play heals. Because he can't really attack too hard. And she's gonna go back on the Frizzle train. And that's why, because he's gonna buff a lot. Now this part is where things can get randomized, where we can't do much. Because Bounce might go off at the worst possible time. And turn off just as he's using whack. Well, hopefully it won't happen, but we gotta pray still. And Sweet Breath's the other thing that can get annoying. Alright, I'm gonna have actually... Oh, wait. Meena, how's your MP? 264. You probably don't need to, but I'm gonna have her do that now anyway, just in case. I probably... You know, I probably shouldn't do that, actually, but I already did it. The better off helping attack instead. Even if it's just 42, it's something. His defense is normal now. Also, when he uses spells, that's good. Because then he basically hurts himself and helps us out. Bounce is off. Alright, Meena's gonna get hit. And... Oh, thank God he targeted Maya. Alright. Shield. And Frizzle. Snub's off. Yep. That's what happens. He's like an asshole like that. I'm gonna fast forward a little bit here because... Yeah, she doesn't have a leaf. This is where the MP is gonna be losing it a little. Oh, boy. I gotta pay attention to the bounce. Yeah, he put me to sleep too many times. I'm gonna recast the Zenithian shield out. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and use this ahead of time because she is going to be using her liquid metal shield. Yeah, yeah, whack will never work. No matter how much Kiro would love whack to work on bosses, it does not work on them. Go ahead and heal yourself. Bounce wears off faster than Snub does. Oh, good. He basically put him into the next spot here. Alright, so... This is the holy fuck, we gotta attack fast stage. I just fast-forwarded that part. Since we're not quite there yet, let's go ahead and set up first. I want you to sap. Yeah, he does do that sometimes. You need to heal, and I'm gonna have you Frizzle. He doesn't hurt too badly, but yeah, it's his healing that is bullshit. So basically, these two, I'm gonna fast forward this part because we need to get through this fast. Yeah, you did that. Still not healing. We gotta go all out. Ah, he healed. That's when we need to heal then. Yeah. Okay. Nope. That's not what I meant. Damn it, I fucked that up. Again, this is why I'm going to be zooming through this a little bit. It's going to be a little repetitive. Okay, we're past that stage. That's the hard part. Now, this next stage is a lot easier comparatively. As long as we have Insulate on, anyway. Alright, this is where we Insulate, and we use one of the Yigdoos. Just to get it up. Alright. this is where I'm going to go ahead and Prayer Ring and Prayer Ring. He doesn't do enough damage to warrant too much worry. Let me see. How much is yours? 264. Okay. You use this and use Sage Stone. Yeah, because if we're doing something repetitive, I'm going to go ahead and do that. Now, you could just do this, heal yourself, and you can Prayer Ring. We want to get her up to 400 mana, because then I won't have to do as much next fight. Next stage, I should say. Just curious. 445, okay. I have 2 because these crumble sometimes. Yep, there goes 1. Last test fight, I managed to not have them crumble multiple times. They only didn't crumble, I only had 1, and she was doing great. But RNG can be a bitch. Yep, it disintegrated right there. We might not be able to win this, that means. Oh boy. I'm going to do that for her, and she's going to Sage Stone. Ah, Insulate's down. I didn't realize. And I can't give her another one, unfortunately. I'm going to have her Caprizzle. This part is mostly just him blistering flames. I'm not sure how we're gonna do this one. Yeah, let's go ahead and fast forward some of this. Oh shit, I accidentally attacked with her. You know what? Maybe that's a good idea. This stage isn't... He won't heal himself, so maybe I should just have Meena attack sometimes. Yeah, this will take a while because her attack's not that great. Insulate's down. Insulate, and this is where you could put in a sap. Good, Insulate's up. Alright. Yeah, you take a while doing that. Keep Sage Stoning. We gotta conserve Maya's MP as much as we can. Meena, she actually won't need to worry too much. Yeah. In my test fight, I didn't do the test, the MP restoration until the second to last stage. Alright, both of you Sage Stone and Staff of Salvation. Insulate's still up, okay. I'm gonna have her full heal, and she's gonna sap. Insulate's down. Insulate and heal. Sorry, his breath takes forever. Thank you. He won't crit on this stage either, so that's why it's kind of safe to get your mana up a little here. Okay, why don't you go ahead, Salvation, and you sap. He does steady damage still, though. There we go. Let me see. That was the 5th stage. 6th stage, we could also fill up, but we gotta make sure Insulate stays on. I'm gonna say go ahead and do that, and why don't you sap for... Because every time he changes form, he loses the sap. Did Insulate go off of her, maybe? Maybe I missed it briefly. But alright, go ahead and Caprizzle. 95, 80. Okay. Set up an insulate. And why don't you heal this time while she's not healing? Yeah, this stage I was able to fill up on MP a little bit. It was still a little dangerous though. Here, why don't you... You actually can get away with a little bit more here. The ring disintegrated instantly. Wow, we're having pretty bad luck. So it's 200 damage that he could do. Why don't you do that, and you just Caprizzle. Maya has a little more defense than Meena, so 100 is a little... Yeah, 79. That's not as bad. So it's 200 and like one... I'm gonna say conservatively 160 for Maya if for Death Zone. So as long as she's above 200 and Insulate's not down either. Yeah, she could do that, and you could Caprizzle. There you go. Yep. Insulate's down. I have to say that out loud just to remind myself. And of course he does that. Luckily, that damage is roughly the same as if he were to be stomping-ish. There. Somewhat like that. Ouch. And... ouch. Okay, good. You focused on just him. Her. Excuse me. Okay, that's not bad. Okay, yes, you're belching. We get it. Why don't you do an attack? He didn't buff himself. So you can do some good, decent damage there. Alright, final stage. This is where we have to go all out. Maya is gonna be... just Caprizzle, Caprizzle, Caprizzle. Meena is never gonna be able to attack. She needs to heal the whole time. Hopefully we won't run out of MP. Meena's gonna be stuck insulating and healing. Yeah, he instantly bounces. Which is why we have the Zenithian sword, and she... normally I'd have her get some mana back, but she can't do that. She can't do much right now, then... Damn it! I hate when that happens. You know what? Sage Stone, get a little extra heal. Is Insulate still up? Yes, it is. And now it's not. Insulate and Caprizzle. Don't bother with sapping. Ouch. Ouch. Okay. All full heals now. Okay, I need to insulate. You insulate, and use that Igdu. May as well. Insulate's down again. Just Caprizzle. Ma Nizzle. 117 to her. $117, which means 230, maybe 40, is her death HP mode. So you just full heal Maya, because I'm not sure. Flame. Yes. Okay. 115, so maybe 260, but okay. Full heal. Caprizzle. Alright, Insulate's down. You're okay. Good. Insulate's down again. Ouch. And, oh, Disruptive Wave 2. We have to heal her. Yeah, this will hurt a bit. It wasn't as bad as it could have been. This is where we're going to have her chip in with some Sage Stone here. Insulate's down again. I'd rather full heal because she could survive it, and use Sage Stone for yourself. Breath won't bother her. Its breath's going to bother Meena. Insulate, and go ahead and Caprizzle. Ow. Insulate's up. We're okay. She does need to heal. I'm gonna say no, I'm gonna risk it. Insulate's down. Re-insulate, and you know what? Sage Stone this time because Meena's hurt too. Insulate is up. Good. Some owls. And a little bit of owl. Okay. That was 113, which means 226. Yeah, it'll be close for Maya if she gets attacked twice in a row. We got him! Okay, good. I was a little worried about the MP, but apparently we did well. I think that means that, yeah, they probably could do this maybe a level or two lower, but I also was using the stat seeds for them in a very specific way. I made sure that Maya had a decent enough HP before going all out on Meena's. All strength went to Meena. Wisdom all went to Maya. I did do a little bit of MP seeds for Meena, but most of them went to Maya. And I think that did help. And then, let's see. Agility, I kind of split between them for a bit until Maya started getting faster than Meena. Then I just started giving them to mostly Meena. But I think you could probably get away with just giving Maya more of them because she has naturally fast speed already. And if you do enough that you might be able to not have to use a meteorite bracer, and you could probably use one of the better other bracers that are available. I'm not sure which one I'd give. Maybe a Kerplunk bracer, but in any case, we did it. Maya and Meena have beaten the main story of Dragon Quest IV DS. Sorry, I'm just happy that things are working out. Alright, I'm gonna not fast forward. I'm just gonna go ahead and just hit the button over and over. Sadly, there's no special dialogue for doing this, but you know, old games don't really do that. And we did manage to get through with just Maya and Meena. I wasn't even able to do that on the DS version on the last fight. I wasn't able to figure out the exact way to get through it. And I ended up having to bring Sparky, there was a dragon that tagged along with us. I ended up bringing Sparky along with us to get just that little extra damage to get through that one spot where he's healing himself, because I couldn't do enough damage. But I guess those strength seeds really paid off. To be fair, I also did the save trick where, you save before you do the seeds and so you get the maximum amount for them. And since I'm on a computer, I use save states to expedite that. But you could do the same on the DS, it just takes longer, because you have to save at the church and then try to do it, and if it doesn't work, you have to go back and then try something different. It's just annoying. But yeah, to prove it, I never leveled anybody up past what was necessary for their chapters. 15, 11, 15, 50, 11, 10, 11, and 50. One question is, maybe I wonder if I could have done this with Kirill and Boria instead, but I'm not sure how that would work because Boria is more of a support mage than he is a attack mage like Maya is. Also, I'm not going to talk to anybody, I'm just going to go ahead out. So it would be probably a little different. We'd probably have to rely on Kirill more. Yeah, they're blocking my way. Probably have to rely on Kirill to do most of the heavy lifting with his attack. He can equip the same as Meena. And a couple better ones too, actually. Better equipment too. Doors shut fast. Shut up. We did just pass Sparky though. But yes, overall I'd say you didn't need to do the work I did for in Tornico's chapter. We had plenty of money. We never really needed all that money from Tornico, because when you're only outfitting 2 people, money's not a big deal. You saw me carrying like 100,000 or something gold. I have like 200 or 300,000 in the bank. Yeah. So you don't need to go crazy about money like I did in Tornico's chapter. I probably should have just got barely enough for what I needed, and he'd be probably a level or 2 less than he was here, because he was level 11. I was basically done at level 10, but I wanted to try to maximize gains and whatnot, so But yeah, that was Maya and Meena taking out all the bosses in Dragon Quest IV DS. The only things I did to help them along was I did use the guest party members to help me. Like Sparky, I used him to help me level against King Metal Slimes, because having an extra pair of hands helps you get that extra experience, and they don't level up. But I didn't use him for any of the boss fights, so I think that's still justified. It just because not having him would just prolong leveling up. That's it. So I don't really see that as a cheat as much. It was a cheat when I did it on the DS and I used Sparky as an attack for Psaro, but you know. I did also use the immigrant town there that you guys we just passed by. We used that for mini medals to get the liquid metal shield. That was probably the best thing for Maya. She really needs it because it gives her so much more resistances, as you saw, and the defense boost was incredible. You can give it to Meena as well, but then Meena will probably be constantly having to revive her sister, so it's kind of like, you know. I'm glad I was able to get this done recorded, because I was so happy when I managed to get as far as I did on my DS, but I couldn't record it because I didn't have a way to do that. You have to like get a special modded DS for that and all, and I didn't have money then. I mean, I have the money now, but I didn't have the computer to emulate either at the time. Now I have a computer that can handle this just fine. But yeah, here's a question though. What would you want to see next? Would you want to see two different characters trying to do this? Keep in mind, you need to have a healer. You can't reasonably beat this game without someone that can cast full heal, or an item that will always be casting like full heal. If I tried playing Ragnar, going through all this, he would probably die after a couple. He wouldn't be able to get very far by himself, unfortunately. Oh yeah, exclusive to the DS version, we now get to see the Grave of Rose, I believe, or maybe Psaro, I'm not sure. As for the 6th chapter here, I might try it, but the grind is going to be excessive. I already can tell that. And I won't have Sparky now, either. It's just like, the boss battles get ridiculous. In order to beat the DS version's bonus bosses, I needed Borya big time. I think I'd have to rely on using the tarot cards, which are not reliable at all in boss battles. So I don't know if it'd be possible. I mean, maybe I'll have to grind for seeds or grind for the levels. I'm not sure. But I don't see them beating one of the bonus bosses that you have to beat multiple times. Actually, I don't remember. I didn't play the bonus bosses too many times. If I'm able to just only have to beat them once, I might be able to wing it, but they are very difficult. I might try it in my off time, but more or less, this challenge run is done, and that'll be a bonus video if I do the bonus bosses. I guess the next stage is just figuring out what will we do? What will be our next challenge? Because I enjoyed doing this. This was done in about a weekish or so. Thanks to being able to fast forward on the emulator too, it really helps. I suppose a solo run is possible because I've seen people do it. I just don't know if it's possible in the DS version as much. Just using the hero only. I know, I've heard people do it at least. Some people use cursed weapons, but I think that was Dragon Quest III. I'm not sure. But I'm gonna probably keep talking until we get to the actual credits. Anyway, there's a lot of ideas that could be done. What about, how about what if we brought Tornico and any healer of my choice or something? How would that work out? I don't know. Because Tornico, in the 5th chapter, he's like a goof-off from Dragon Quest III, and he will sometimes do random shit that is totally detrimental. But he also can't heal. So, I mean, I suppose if he had Meena or Kirill, it'd probably do just fine, because Kirill and Meena can attack decently, but the thing is they'd be stuck healing most of the time. And they wouldn't have access to sap except with the Massacre Sword. I suppose that would be interesting. Well, I just threw a bunch of ideas out there. This is going to be directly uploaded to YouTube, but if you also are watching this from my Discord, because I'll probably be linking this video right to my Discord, feel free to add some ideas if you know much about Dragon Quest IV. I love Dragon Quest IV, and I don't mind replaying it. Just don't give me something like, hey, Tornico by himself, because it's just not going to happen. Ragnar or Alina, not going to happen. They don't have any self-healing, or not enough self-healing. Because, like, Miracle Swords only heal so much for them. Kirill or Meena by themselves would also not really work, because even though they can heal, their damage output is just not enough, and they don't have enough defense. It's unfortunate, but true. Right? Yeah, because, like, especially for the overworld parts, that's where it gets tricky. If you don't have a mage, it really, really is tough. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this little challenge run I did off stream. And I hope to do another one sometime. Have a good day.